It would save him so much time. God, if he didn't have to worry about his email, the thought alone eased some of the tight band around his head. He got up from his chair, restless energy propelling him. Hadley watched his every move. How would this work? Hadley widened his eyes as if he hadn't expected that question. It's quite simple. I add your email to the email client on my computer and go through it. We'd have to come up with a system so you'd know what's already been handled and whatnot. Sebastian snorted. What's been handled? That's a short list. I have over 10,000 emails in my inbox. Hadley gasped. That's a figure of speech, right? An exaggeration? Sebastian leaned over his desk, booted up his Mac from the sleep mode, and gestured Hadley over. They stood so close the heat radiating from Hadley's body warmed him, his subtle smell invading his nose. What would he taste like? Feel like? For some reason, Sebastian wanted to know if Hadley was as bossy and cheeky during sex as he was in the office. Sebastian was usually in charge during his sexual encounters, but he wouldn't mind at all letting Hadley tell him what to do in bed. Jesus, why had his mind gone down that road again? It wasn't like he wasn't getting off, so to speak. Focus. He needed to focus. He had serious problems to deal with. He cleared his throat. 10,254 emails as of this moment. Hadley's hand flew to his mouth as he stared at the numbers, blinking a few times. Sebastian looked back at his screen, his stomach sinking as Hadley's utter shock registered. He shifted, then straightened himself again. I know it's not good. I try to keep up, but hold on. You've never had an assistant handle your email? Ever? Sebastian was feeling like an idiot, and he didn't care for that at all. Beryl never did it for my father. With all due respect, Mr. Leclerc, but she's not the standard I aspire to. An excellent point, and so politely made. None of the others have ever brought it up. If you reacted in the same way to them asking questions about their job as you did to mine, I can understand why. Sebastian frowned as he sat down on the edge of his desk, Hadley standing opposite him. Was that a dig at me? Hadley crossed his arms. If you have to ask me that, you're not quite as smart as I thought. Fuck, that snotty, almost haughty tone was hot. Though why, Sebastian had no idea. Wait, that expression sounded familiar, but where had he heard it before? Then it clicked. You're using my own words against me. If the shoe fits. I like the shoes I'm wearing just fine. Where do you get off criticizing me? You do remember I'm your boss, right? Hadley shrugged. You're Caitlin's boss. I'm only here for another week, so I'm not sure what you could threaten me with. Fire me? Nah. If you wanted to do that, you would have done so already. The cheek in that statement was unparalleled, and yet Sebastian couldn't call him out for being wrong. He probably shouldn't, but he liked Hadley's attitude, appreciated him pushing back rather than rolling over. Not that he would ever tell him that. I can't afford to fire you. Beryl said that if I chased off another assistant, the agency would end the contract with Leclerc. The second he had said it, he realized the power he'd given Hadley with that information, and indeed a big grin split Hadley's face open. Well, that just proves my point. Sebastian rubbed his temples. I'm tired, so can we get this over with? Let me take care of your email for you, Sebastian. Sebastian all but jolted at the sound of his name on Hadley's lips. Hadley didn't correct himself, so had he even registered what he had said? Probably not, but Sebastian didn't care. In fact, he liked it. It seemed almost seductive coming from Hadley. What the hell did that say about Sebastian that his mind had once again gone to the gutter? Not something he had the energy to ponder at the moment. If it makes you happy, have at it.